Hello everyone. In this video, we will be looking at question number 8 from the Specimen paper 2023 for the subject Computer Application. Now question says define a class to accept 10 names in an array and check for the existence of given name in the array using linear search. If found, print the position of name. If not found, print the appropriate message. It is simple linear search program. But after that, there is one more point is added. We have to print the names which begins with the word SRI, right? So let's start. We know the basic prototype of any Java program. We have to write import, then class name. Class name can be any. I have given right now this class name. Why? It is Specimen paper 23, question 8. In examination, you can simply give question number 8. It's your choice. Okay. Whatever question number is there, you can give that class name, but provided that in question paper class name is not mentioned. If class name is mentioned, you have to give same name. Now we have to declare the string array of what size? 10, because we have to store how many elements in an array? 10 elements. Once it is declared, what will I do? Simple thing. I'll first take the array, enter 10 names. Okay. Now we will apply the for loop, because if I write for loop and in the for loop if I write enter 10 names, what will happen? 10 number of times this message will come. So this message should be outside the for loop. And as I have discussed in my earlier videos, that for array based question we need for loop always. And same for loop, I is equal to 0, I less than a dot length. It's very basic thing that you have to remember. What is I? We will declare one variable int I. Okay. I is equal to 0, I less than a dot length, I plus plus. What am I doing? I'll take array a of I is equal to s dot next line. I am taking the string. Ten names will be taken. Now let us begin for linear search. For linear search, what I'll do? I'll declare one variable int f which is in the beginning 0. Why I am declaring this? The purpose for this is, if the name which we are searching in an array, if it is found, then I'll declare it as a 1. Okay, I'll make it 1, right? So in the beginning the value is 0. Now again we will run the for loop. For I is equal to 0, I less than a dot length. What am I doing? Sequentially I'll run the for loop. I hope you people know how for loop works, right? For more detail, you can watch my video on working of for loop. Here the for loop will work how? Value of I will go how? 0, 1, 2, 3 till 9, because we have written strictly less than a dot length. And length of the array is what? It's 10 right now. Now in the for loop, what I'll do? If we have to compare, right? We have to search. But what are we searching? We have to first, before starting the for loop, we have to ask user, which name do you want to search? So we will ask system.out.println, enter the name which you wish to find. Okay, message can be any. Now I'll declare string n is equal to s dot next line. What does it mean? I took the name in n variable. Now what I'll do? I'll search in my array. So a of I, can we write like this? A of I is equal to n? No guys, because this is string. We cannot write is equal to n. That is not at all allowed. It is string. So we have to write a of I. A of I means what? It is holding 10 names. For example, it is holding Arjun, Anuj, Nimit, so on. How many names are there in my array? Where these names are? In array A. Okay, these names are there and I'm comparing it with what? With n. But I can't write is equal to n. What we have to write? We have to write string function dot equals ignore case and n. Okay, a of I dot equals ignore case and then I'm checking n. If this element is found, what will I do? I will write f is equal to 1. People, what am I doing? F is equal to 1 means element found at what index? At the index I. For example, I am looking for Anuj. So Anuj is at which position? Or we can say which index? 0 and 1. So Anuj is at index 1. So I will simply write f is equal to 1 and break. Why break? Because the name which I was looking for is found. So no need to run the for loop further. Now after coming outside, what will I write? If f is equal to 1, what will I write? The message. Which message user or in the question paper it is given? If found, print the position of name. Okay, so we have to print the position of name. So if f is equal to 1, what will I write? System.out.println. The name is found at the position. Which position, guys? I. But if you write I, what will happen? If I'm looking for Anuj, technically it is at the position where? It is at position 0, 1. So Anuj is at the position 1. But in real life, we don't start with 0. So we start with 1, 2. So Anuj is at the position 2. But since in Java programming, array starts from 0. That's why Anuj is present at the position 1. But here for printing the position, we have to write I plus 1. The name found at what position? I plus 1. Else what message will come? Name is not present in the array. Semicolon. See, half part of the question is done. We searched for the name. If it is found, we printed the position of that name. And if it is not found, then we will write name is not present. What we actually did in the for loop, let's quickly recap. I just compared A of I. A of I means I am comparing Arjun, Anuj, Namit, Nimit. Then let us write one more name, Ankit, Arun. These names we are comparing with whom? With n. What is n? Which user wants to find? User wants to search. So if A of I dot equals ignore case n, if it is found, then f is equal to 1. Means we are writing or we are declaring one variable f which is in the beginning 0. If name is found, I made it 1. Okay, and then break. So if in examination, if question comes for linear search, this is the program for the same. Instead of string, if integer comes, then you just have to write a of I is equal to n, the element which you are searching. Okay. Or for example, if telephone number comes, then you will write a of I is equal to the variable which you have declared a of I is equal to t. Right? The first half of the question is done. Now second part is what? They're asking me to do. Also print the names which begins with SRI. So let us run the for loop again. Why for loop, guys, again and again? Because we don't have one element. Do we have an element? No. We are dealing with array. So we have to write what? For I is equal to 0, I less than a dot length. See, loop for array remains same, right? Now, what I'll do? I'll search what? If a of I, if in bracket a of I starts with function we already have. If it starts with SRI, then what I have to do? I have to simply print that name. Okay, done. If a of I starts with SRI, we have to count or we have to print. Also print the names which begins with the word SRI. Okay. If we have to count, then we will write one more variable and we will do count plus plus. Okay. Now let us run the program. Let us quickly check, is there any problem? Okay, I have to just comment the question. Question is commented. Now I will run it. The program is compiled. Now I will run it. Enter 10 names. So I will write Anuj, Ankit, Meenal, Prem, Rudra. We will write some names with SRI, okay? SRI, Shrikant, okay? Then Ajay, Sam. Then again only SRI I will write. Then QAA. Enter the name which you wish to find. Now suppose I want to look for Rudra. So I'll write Rudra. What did it tell? The name is found at the position 5. Let's count. 1. I was looking for Rudra. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Rudra is at the position 5. And how many names? Shrikant and Shri are starting with SRI. You can do one thing. You can put the message here if you wish. Before the for loop, what can you write? One message, the names begin with SRI are okay, and then in next line all names will be printed one by one. So simply what we did the linear search. How to do linear search? Run the for loop from 0 till length of the array, compare it a of I dot equals ignore case. If element found, we just have to write f is equal to 1 and break. After coming out of the for loop, what am I checking? If f is 1, print the position, else print element not found or name is not present in the array. And for counting how many times or for checking how many names begin with SRI, we just have to run the for loop and compare with the function starts with. Thank you.